Hello there. This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So on this ASMR channel we look at a lot of maps, particularly at the moment paper maps, because of how lovely they sound, but also Google Maps and Google Earth as well, so digital map. And I bought this Michelin, or Michelin, if you're saying it in French, which I believe the company is French, map of Poland. So together we're going to learn a little bit about this beautiful European country. I've been learning Polish for a couple of years, so I'm hoping I don't completely mess up the pronunciation of the place names. Wish me luck. And if you're Polish, say hello in the comment section. Cześć. Jak się masz? Okay, so it looks like we're doing southwest to begin with. Just simply, that's how the map opens out. For posterity, I just want to show you this section here, which in fact isn't Poland, but as I say, for posterity, we see the border here. This is a international border, I believe. Czesko. So this is the Czech, or Czechia, the Czech Republic. That's the area of Liberecký and Královéhradecký is here, and Pardubický and Moravia down here. So you've got that hard border there, with Czechia to the southwest. You can actually see the city of Olomouc here, Pardubice, Hradec, Králové, and Mladá Boleslav, Jablonec, Liberec. So they're in Czechia. We also, again for posterity, have a border with Germany, and we can see the end of the word Sachsen, or Sachsen, Saxony. I think this must be Lower Saxony then, Bautzen and Görlitz, and again there's the border there. So Germany, Czechia. So this, everything inside of this area here is Poland, Polska. So right on the border with Germany, we've got a place called Zgorzelec, and Bolesławiec here. I think that's a Sławiec. Jelenia Góra, Szeklarska Poręba, and a much larger urban area here, which is Wałbrzych. So, for people who wonder why I'm not saying Val, the L with a little mark through it is a W sound, and the V, this is a V sound. Wałbrzych. Świdnica is here. Czerżoniów and Bielawa. Polkowice is there. In the Dolnośląskie region. And Javor is there as well. Nysa is down the south. Olawa Brzeg is that Brzeg? Olesznica, Rawicz, Głogów, just there, was out of shot. Głogów, Zare or Żare, I think it might be Żare, and Polkowice, Lubin is here. And all the big roads lead to a city I'd love to visit. It's got my favourite football club in Poland. Unfortunately, they were just relegated. Śląsk, Wrocław. So this is Wrocław, which is quite a large city, very beautiful one. And I think the largest of the region. If I'm right, there might be a language spoken in this region which is neither Czech nor Polish. Is this where the other Slavic language is spoken? Give me a little heads up in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so quite a lot of urban areas down the south here. Opole is here, and this is Opolskie, the region. And then Częstochowa, which I believe is like an old mining region, which I can identify with being Welsh, South Wales as well. Częstochowa is in the Śląskie region. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Śląskie. And because, you know, I'm obsessed with football, their football club won the league about 2 years ago. And then we've got this really busy urban area here, where we can see Katowice and Gliwice, but also Tarnowskie Góry, Piekary Śląskie, Dąbrowa Górnicza, Zawiercie Myszków, Strzelce Opolskie, it's very difficult, Strzelce, Kędzierzyn, Koźle, and then Zabrze, Ruda Śląska, Chorzów, Sosnowiec, Myslowice, Wożno, Tychy, Rybnik, Zore, Bielsko-Biała, just by Czechowice, Dziedzice, and very difficult one, this Pszczyna, I believe, Oświęcim. And then we can see this border again, still with the Czech Republic, which ends here. And we can see the large city of Ostrava on the Czech side in Moravia, Moravskoleżki. I've got a map actually already, just literally next to me on the right hand side, of Czechia and Slovakia, so if you want me to do that video next, then tell me in the comment section. And then after this quite large urban centre, we have the beautiful city of Krakow. I've heard this pronounced a number of different ways. In Polish, it's pronounced kra with the accent on the a, and then the o with the accent on it means u. So it's Krakow, Krakow. But I think in Britain we pronounce it Krakow, and in America I think it's pronounced Krakow. But in Polish it's Kraków. And that's a very large urban area there. And the area that it's in, the region, I'm not sure what they're called, states or regions or whatever. Someone let me know in a comment. It's the Małopolskie region. Nowy Targ is down here. And we can actually see now another country, the hard border here, an international border with the country of Slovensko, which is Slovakia. And we can see Prešov is there, and Poprad, Liptovský Mikuláš. Nové Sącz is here. And next, just to the east of Kraków, we have Tarnów. Whilst to the north, in an area called Świętokrzyskie or Świętokrzyskie, I'm not sure if I think there's just a normal S, Krzyskie, we have Kielce, which we can just see there, Kielce. In fact, I'm going to there's a couple of places I want to point out just to the north. So we have Częstochowa here, Wrocław just to the west, and further south here Kraków. And then to the north we have this place now. I can't see what it is. It's in okay. So it's in the region of Łódzkie. So I'm imagining it's Łódź. Let's have a look on the other side. When I open up the map later. So that is next to a place called Pabianice, Stuńska Wola, Sieradz, and a larger city over here that I've not heard much of actually. It's called Kalisz. Kalisz. To the west of Kalisz we have Ostrów Wielkopolski. It's funny because I think Ostrów means island, doesn't it? Like the white Polish island. Is that what it means? Is that what it means? And next to that is Krotoshin. And then also slightly more to the north, after we come down from Łódź, and we look at Bełchatów, and Piotrków Trybunalski. We can see Opoczno, Końskie, and then a larger city over here called Radom. Skarżysko, Kamienna, and Starachowice. Over here just above Kielce. And then to the west of Kielce we can see Ostrowiec Świętokrzyski. Okay, let's look further east before we look at the north. Poland is a massive country. It's one of the largest for populations, for the number of population in Europe, in fact. I think it's something like, within the EU at the very least, I think Poland ranks as something like, I want to say like 4th or 5th largest country in the EU. So you've got Germany, France, Italy. Is Poland next? Now that the UK have left, I think it might be. I think there's off the top of my head, I think there's like 40 million people living in Poland, which is much less than Germany. It's under half, I believe. But then it's way bigger than, no, Spain. It's about the same size as Spain, actually. I think Spain is slightly larger, but by a number smaller than 10 million. So yeah, Polish is actually the language of Polish in the context of Europe is spoken by almost as many people as Spanish, which is quite amusing when you think that Spanish is this, world recognized language. But within the context of Europe, it's only spoken in one country, and that country has a relatively large population, but actually similar to that of Poland. So in that sense, Polish is just as important as Spanish in Europe. But yet you don't have people teaching Polish in classrooms that often, do you? Whereas it's very common to see English, German, French and Spanish and Italian being taught. I think Polish is just as important. Okay, so we've seen Krakow, Tarnów, Dębica, and now we have the very difficult to spell Rzeszów, which is here, and this is in the Podkarpackie. That's an interesting, I understand what that means. So that's the underneath the Carpathians, Podkarpackie. So the Carpathian Mountains must be around here somewhere. I'm guessing Romania's not far away then. Ukraine is up here. So yeah, it's just after Ukraine and up a bit, isn't it? Because of course we have another border here that Poland has, and this is with Ukraine. And Lviv is not far. This is the Lvivska Oblast. So Lviv is like just over here maybe. One of the largest cities in Ukraine, particularly in the west of Ukraine. So we have Rzeszów here, and then this much smaller population centre down here. We have Przemysl and Sanok and Krosno, but other than that, not very large cities down there. And if we follow the border up, we can see Yarosław, excuse me. I didn't see the strike through the L. Yarosław. And then Lubelskie is the region here. You can see, was that a strike through the L? So that's Chełm. It's a weird word. Chełm. Zamość. Tomaszów Lubelski. Biłgoraj. Świdnik, and the larger city of Lublin. Lubartów, Puławy, and now we're going to switch to the north. See more borders. Poland has quite a lot of borders. I think Germany has the most in Europe, something like maybe 8. But off the top of my head, Poland has borders with, we'll see in a second, Russia, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, Slovenia, Czechia, Germany. So that's 7. I don't know if I've forgotten any. Okay, so now we can see here this border is with Belarus, and the large city of Brest is here, because there's a Brest in France and in Belarus, and Grodno. And on this east flank we can see the large city of Białystok, and Bielski Podlaski. This is in the Podlaskie region. Podlaskie, just there. Biała Podlaska is there. Is that an L? Siedlce. I thought it would be an I. Siedlce Luków. And as we move further more central, we can see Zambrów, Ostrołęka, Łomża, Ostrów Mazowiecka, Wyszków, and then we come down into the capital, which predictably is much larger than the other cities we've seen, and it is Warszawa. We in English would call this Warsaw. Warszawa with a V, Warszawa. And this appears to be in the region, if my borders are correct, of the, is that a Z or a Z? Mazowieckie. We can see Nowy Dwór Mazowiecki to the north of it, Legonowo, Wołomin, Pruszków around the satellite city around the capital, Otwok, Mińsk Mazowiecki, Piaseczno, Pruszków, Grodzisk Mazowiecki, and Żyrardów. Sochaczew is just here. We can see the Kampioński Park Narodowy, which is the national park, or one of the national parks. Just staying in this region. Oh no, actually I'll go north and I'll come back. I wanted to show you the top of Łódź. I'll come back. So at the northern part here, where it starts to get we've gone from mountains down the south into sort of almost marshy land, lots of lakes, where we see elk here, and they're just out of shot. Let me just change the angle. So you come to the north east of the country, we can see Suwałki, and that's in the Wigierski Park Narodowy. Lots of national parks around here, but the wildlife is stunning. And this is the top of Belarus, and this here is Lithuania, Lietuva. Mariampole city is there. And then we have this enclave of Russia, where Kaliningrad is. This used to be, I always forget the history of this place, but basically it was part of Prussia before, and then after the Second World War, the Russians moved all of the German-speaking peoples out and took it for themselves. It does mean that because of this bay here, they have access to the water, which this sea doesn't freeze over, whereas up north, where St. Petersburg is, that port isn't a sort of 12-month port. You can't get out in the winter. So this gives them sea access to the North Sea eventually, if you go over Denmark and up by the Netherlands. This gives them access all year round to the North Sea. So it was of strategic importance. So this is called Baltica, I think, in Russian. Okay. Bartoszyce, Kętrzyn, Giżycko. And this region is the Warmińsko-Mazurskie. the map a little bit so I can move it around. Okay, so on this northern point here we've got Braniewo, Elbląg, which I've never heard of, it's quite a large city. And then we have on the coast one very large city, one pretty large. Gdynia is the large city, and the very large is Gdansk, which is on that bay as well. The Zatoka Gdańska. Trzew, Malbork, Kwidzyn, and if we go a little bit to the south of the area, the Kujawsko-Pomorskie, we can see Grudziądz, Chełmno, and Toruń, and Bydgoszcz, which is just there, Bydgoszcz. You can also see Włocławek, and on the river Wisła we can see Płock. Of course they have a famous football club, Wisła Płock, as well. We can therefore just see now the tip of Łódź. I think lots of people in English call it Lodz, but it's actually a bua, and then it's so Łódź. I think that should have a, yeah, I think it's got a little dot on the Z if I remember correctly, so it's not Woods, it's Łódź. Zgierz is here as well. Łowicz. I think I missed Olsztyn and Ostruda. Ostruda's there, and the city of Olsztyn is here, just to the south of Elbląg. As we come to the closing part of this video, we're moving over to the west, the northwest of the country. So we'll focus on the north. In the area of Pomorskie, where we can see Starogard Gdański and Kościerzyna or Kościerzyna. And on this northern part here, very beautiful beaches, I'm led to believe, particularly in the summer. We have Słupsk, Lęborg, Rumia, this is a hard one, Wejherowo. Lots of national parks here. Słowiński Park Narodowy. And then we can see Koszalin here, as well as a smaller city on the coast of Kołobrzeg. And that leads us onto the northernmost tip, where we can see just about Świnoujście, which is just on the border with Germany. And we can also see in this region, which is called, oh god, it's a massive, Zachodniopomorskie, we can see the city of Szczecin, which is just on this estuary here that goes out into the north. Oh, what is this? The Morze Bałtyckie, the Baltic Sea. Szczecin is here, as is Stargard. You can also see Piła, Gorków Wielkopolski, Gorzów, excuse me, Gorzów. And this is Lubuskie region, where we see Świebodzin and Zielona Góra. Zielona Góra, Yellow Mountain, is it? Zielona, I always get yellow and green mixed up. Zielony, maybe it's green. Nova Su. We can see Frankfurt, not the big city of Frankfurt, but in Eastern Germany. Frankfurt Oder, Eisenhüttenstadt, and just down here we can see Cottbus. Lubuskie here, and then that takes us over to a very large city underneath to the south of Piła, to the east of Gorzów Wielkopolski. We can see Poznań, which is in the Wielkopolskie region. To the south of it we can see Szrem and Jarocin, Gostyń and Leszno. Konin is here, as is Koło, and Gniezno. And just to the south of Toruń and Bydgoszcz we can see Inowrocław as well. So you have Poznań here, just above another national park, the Wielkopolski Park Narodowy. And that is that. So, a couple of things. I hope I haven't butchered the names too badly. I hope I haven't said anything incorrect with any general knowledge that I've had. Correct me in the comment section, by all means. I'm not a historian, I just do this for fun. So if I say something wrong, please put it in the comment section politely, and I will thank you very much for it. We had a bumper number of people join my Patreon last month, so if you want extra videos every month, then why not join them? If you want to get the info, 2 extra videos a month that I don't release on this channel or any other channel, info in the box below. If you enjoyed it, click like, leave that comment that I said, and subscribe. And there should be a video appearing here any second. Click on that next if you're not asleep yet. And I've got lots more of these to do. I've got Czechia and Slovakia, Romania, Greece, Albania, a couple of others, New Zealand. Let me know which one you want next. And I've got more tour guides coming as well. Thanks so much for all your lovely comments. I adore them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you again very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye-bye-bye.